Christianna.
Wealthy College Kids.
Christianna Hurt.
Wealthy College Kid, Christianna Hurt.
The Wealthy College Kid.
Christianna Hurt, owner and founder of Wealthy College Kid.
What's up, everybody? So I honestly needed to let things play out before I made like a overall statement about everything. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But I feel like, and this goes without saying, I feel like it's very, very important to understand if you're a new business owner, upcoming business owner. My cat is going to meow the entire video. If you're a business owner in any way, shape, or form, first year, 5 year, 3 year, whatever the case, I think it's important to understand that we as business owners cannot go back and forth with anybody on social media. We really can't. You know, I have to take myself like kind of like out of person experience, if that makes sense. And just ask myself, like, if I was a stranger, would I want to go to Lashes by Lainey if Lashes by Lainey was posting before and afters of this girl's lashes, exposing her, you know, proving her point, clearing her name? Like, no, I don't want to deal with that type of customer experience. Because God forbid I have a bad experience. Now I know you're gonna blast it all over the internet. Or like makeup, like I would never want a makeup artist posting my or like a hairstyle. A hairstylist would probably be the worst. A hairstylist posting how you come in versus how you leave because you guys had some type of, you know, misunderstanding, whether it's scheduling, the woman was late. She could be completely in the wrong and you call her out and now she's blasting you to prove her point. It's like, I just don't feel like I would never go to a hairstylist that blasts me. Like, and I saw blast anybody else, I would never ever go. Because I would never ever want to be the person that they're blasting. Because now, even if I'm completely in the wrong or right, whatever the case may be, like now you're exposing me to the world and it's like, it's just 10 times worse, you know what I'm saying? So in the, you know, e-commerce education space or the digital product space, you know, you're dealing with financials, you know, what people are making, and not everybody wants to expose the world to what they did make or what they didn't make. Their family may not know that they're making X, Y amount of dollars. So you just don't want to get in a debacle where somebody's like, oh, I made no money, she's scamming, I hate her. And then you're over here like, but is this your bank account that got this deposit? Because it's not mine. Is this your name on this? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't really expose people's financial information to quote unquote clear your name. You really have to take the high road and, you know, have good media training. You know what I'm saying? Like, have good media training. Because if you have a great PR and great media training, you know, how you handle those types of situations is legal. You just say like, look, send me your attorney's information, and you take it from there. Because, you know, a lot of people, you're gonna really realize this, and I could be wrong, some people may, but a lot of people have never been sued, they've never sued somebody, they've never been arrested, they've never taken a criminal charge to trial, they've never gotten a criminal charge dismissed or settled or whatever the case may be, or pleaded out of a criminal charge. They've never been to family court. They've never dealt with family court. And, you know, double-ended story, I've dealt with all of that, you know? Like, I've really dealt with it. Like, I've really been like through the whole nine. And if you have not ever really dealt with it, I feel like social media has its own law degree and then there's like the real life law degree. If you've never dealt with these things, it's easy to think that you can do these things or, you know, whatever the case may be, but it's not. It's very, very, very expensive. And I'm saying this to everybody, you know, business owners that are like, oh, I will sue or I will do this, or suing somebody. I'm gonna tell you right now, it is a very long process. It can be anywhere from a year, 2 years before you ever get on a docket. And that's if you're preparing to go to trial. It's very, very expensive. Like, when I say expensive, I'm talking like $50,000 to $100,000 in legal fees alone. And if you are not in a financial position to fight your opponent, who may or may not be in a financial position to fight you, you don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? There are other routes, of course. Now, if you know, you can always get counsel in this sense, but you have to understand that all of this stuff costs money and all of that stuff takes lots of time. So don't listen to social media as a business owner. You know, if you can legally take the high road, take it, and then, you know, later release a statement once it's legally, you know, worked in your favor, of course. Or if it didn't, you know, you release another statement, you know, hey, we take accountability, we made a mistake, whatever the case may be. Like, it just costs a ton of money. So just, you know, understand that it takes a long time to get on the docket. Like, my boyfriend's older brother, he had like a case that he took to trial, or like all the way, but their attorney was $100,000, like $100,000 up front. So I don't want you guys to ever think that, you know, it's like little bits and pieces of money. Like court is very, very expensive. It's made to drain you. Say you're going up against somebody who's financially stable, like you just need to be aware that that person is financially able to take this the whole way. Like, and if you're not in a position, it's like you will lose so much money. So that's just really what I want to say. Like sometimes, you know, as a business, you know, people will want you to address or go back and forth or just, you know, like clear anything up that they may see. I just don't do it. Number one, I've been making money online for almost 6 years. I've been doing 7 figures since 2018. Forbes, yes, you can pay for publications, you can pay for press, but there's certain press and certain articles that you obviously can't pay for. Number one. Number two, Forbes list, like Next 1000 and 30 Under 30 cannot be paid for. I really want you guys to understand that. You are nominated, and then the Forbes panel and community and coordinators, you know, the people that are, you know, on Forbes previously, you know, they'll go over like through a panel and they'll make the final decision whether or not you are induced into 30 Under 30 or into any type of list like Forbes for the Culture, 30 Under 30, or Forbes Next 1000. So I just want you guys to like take that for what it is. Like I have thousands of testimonials and thousands of people that will back me, you know what I'm saying? And I've been on some of the most prestigious stages. So I'm to that point. Like I hate to be like that. And it's just so crazy. Just building off of this, like the Me Too movement is crazy. There were girls, like I will never forget, there was a girl that was saying I took her sister's boyfriend in college and sent her pictures of us in bed. And I'm thinking like, one, that's not my style. Two, like, took your boyfriend in college? Did we really have boyfriends in college, or we were all just like exploring our feelings and self? But let me just say, Louisville owes me nothing. I can't. I've never seen so many people claim that they knew me. Like so many people like, oh, I know her. And I'm sitting there like, you really don't know me. Like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. You really, truly don't know me. Like, what else was I just being asked about, like, constantly? Oh, my relationship. You're not seeing a baby. I hate to be the bearer of news. Of course, you know, I want a child because I had a miscarriage, but I am not having a baby because I lost a kid. Does that make sense? Like, I'm kind of like healed in a sense from that situation, to the point where I'm very grateful to be in a healthy relationship and allowing us to not only just continue to get to know each other, but date and be best friends. Does that make sense? Like, I'm on track to have been to 22 countries in the last 12 months alone. I bought 12 ATMs, closing on a townhouse, and then my boyfriend is closing on 3 homes for Section 8 housing. So it's like, we're just at a point of our careers where we're growing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm doing a $10,000 toy drive in December. I'm doing a graduation for Wealthycollegekid in May. And then the following August, like, we're gonna open it up in January of 2023, and then in August 2023 I'm gonna be doing a $5,000 scholarship. I'm gonna start small and then like each year hopefully grow up, but we're gonna be doing a scholarship for back to school, doing a toy drive this year for 10 grand. Like, I'm just doing more now that, number one, like, big flex, I don't owe the IRS nothing. I have paid them because obviously I had to clear my debt to close on a home. So yeah, that was a big flex. So I have like no debt now, like no overhead, no debt. I'm moving out of Florida. I know you guys are probably thinking like, didn't you say you would never leave Florida again? Yeah, I did. But hear me out. I'm moving out of Florida, but all of like everything in this apartment is going in storage and will stay in Florida. In the event that, you know, something goes wrong, whatever the case may be, everything will stay here. I'm gonna get a penthouse in another state. That's an insane amount of fucking money, but I'm gonna lock in next year. I'm gonna move after my 1-year anniversary with OP, because one, I'm traveling for an entire month, November, December, January, February. I'm traveling 4 straight months out of 2 suitcases, which I will document if you want to see on my other channel, Christianna TV, which I wanna know if I can change to like Christiannahurt. I'm gonna do 4 straight months of travel, finishing, like, I'll hit 22 countries, and then I have like another 12 countries I'm doing. So I should be at 50 countries by February 14th is my goal to have seen 50 countries literally in 2 years. So by that time, you know, I'm okay with spending an absurd amount of money for where I'm gonna be living, because I'm not going to leave. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not going to leave. I'm gonna literally lock in. That's why we're doing the graduation, the scholarship, and toy drives, because, you know, I'll be in a position to do so because I can be more hands-on. So if you remember, if you've been following me for a minute, you know 2016, 17, 18, we pushed the fuck. If you made one sale, $100, $10,000, I documented all of it, like literally. And then 2019 to 2020, really 2022, I was like, okay, I'm gonna like enjoy my life. Because girl, do you know how hard it is to get testimonials and like get people to like tell people they made money? It's very difficult. I just really want you to understand that. Moving forward, 2023, like I'm gonna get awards, we're getting graduations, we are gonna document every single person again, like every single person, because I've been able to do 100 six-figure earners before, so I'm gonna do it over again, but this time I'm gonna document the whole thing. I'm not gonna lie to you, this is the last time I am going to document every single person that makes money. Like, this is the last time. If you're watching this video, you were on the fence about digital education, on the fence about me, you didn't really like my attitude, whatever the case may be, I'm gonna tell you, like, you're just gonna have to take it on hot. There's thousands of other people that do e-commerce. You should, you know, hit them up. I'm not tripping, but I'm gonna do this one last final run of testimonials, a graduation. The scholarship and the toy drive will be every year. Like, I'm never gonna stop that. I'll probably do that like I'm doing them all self-funded. All my like charity stuff will be self-funded. I just want to say that I'm not getting donations from anybody unless like I work with somebody. I really do think I can get one millionaire, one at least. I know one is clearing about 300K a year, so I think I can get one. You know how hard it is to make somebody a millionaire? Like, I really just want you guys to understand that. So, but I think I can get one. I have one in the back of my head that I really think will, no, two people I really think will be millionaires off of like me. So that's gonna be super cool. But that's really it. Like, hopefully, you know, your girl's getting a ring in the next 18, 12, 24 months. That is a real big focus of mine. But at this point, like, I'm really giving myself 4 more years to be at private jet level. Like, for example, like say we're going to Vegas, I'm not gonna take a private jet to Vegas, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I got about 4 more years in me before flights to New York, flights to the Bahamas, any of the Caribbean, to be honest with you, are gonna be all PJ flights. Like, I'm right there. I'm 4 years out, because you gotta think I'm doing real estate now. I'm doing investing now in 2022. So in 2026, that real estate is going to obviously pay off in the best way. Plus, you know, Section 8 housing is never going to go away. The government always pays rent on time. So it survived the recession, famine, government shutdowns, COVID, pandemic. It survived everything. So I'm not fucking worried. Like, I just want you guys to understand that. So I do feel like 2026 I'll be at PJ level, like consistently, and like helicopters in Europe, like 100% with my child, as well as like my primary living. So a lot of you guys are like, why don't you buy a house? I'm buying houses, but I'm not living in the houses, if that makes sense. So my primary living, I'm not gonna lie to you, the way that inflation is going, the house that I want is anywhere from $3 to $5 million, which would mean obviously I need $1 million plus down liquid. So it's not gonna take some time. I could do it, but I'm not like rushing to that. That's not like at the top of my list. Like, yes, I wanna get 4 walls of plaster and sit in it. For my lifestyle, my relationship obviously needs time to grow. That's gonna be something that I probably do in 4 years. I'm not gonna lie to you, like 3-4 years, I'll be ready to obviously have primary living. But until then, handle my body and like stamp up my passport. My passport is a prostitute. She's been hit so many times. You feel me? I updated all of my courses. All my courses are brand new material. I refilmed everything, doing all new pricing. And all the old courses are gonna be $5 fucking. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. They're gonna be $5. You can take them on a hop, sell them on the black market. I don't care. But I filmed all new material. My rebrand is really just like people posting for me, people responding for me. Like, content's not gonna stop. I'm always gonna film stuff like this in big ass batches, like 20, 30 videos, and somebody else will post it and talk to you guys. I don't want a situation where social media makes me angry. You know what I mean? Like, I love social media, I love making videos, but if you're like picking at me, like these, it's really the people that say they know me that like get under my skin. Like, when you say like, oh, I know this girl personally, and I'm sitting here like, have you ever met me in real life? Or was the last time you saw me I was 12? that just irritates my soul. So for me, it's just like, you can think internet guru, influencer, whatever you want to call me. That's cool, baby girl, because I'm Little Miss Sue you in 2022. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Please, like, don't do it. Like, refrain. This app will really get you sued, and I'm not gonna like get on these apps and talk about it. This is your fair warning about anybody who just thinks like, she doesn't really have money. These millionaires be fake. That's cute, baby. I really, really hope you have the funds to back it up where you're going to need to, because I do. I don't need to go buy chains and Lambos. I will blow money on eternities. I will. Because it's just like, don't play with my name. Just be, you know, if you have an issue with a product or a service, just address it legally or privately. I'm cool with that. I'm cool. Like, that's fine. But when you get on these apps and you paint this one-sided story, it's just gonna piss me off. Oh, last thing. I don't know why anybody thought it was a big secret that I came from a 2-parent home, went to college, and my dad buys and sells private jets and works on jets. I didn't know that was a secret. So for all the videos of like, oh, she didn't grow up poor, her dad, she comes from money. That's never been a secret. I will tell you again. I had a great childhood. I went to prom at Bentley. I said this in interviews. I've said my parents do, you know, this and that. I've never ever said that. My bullshit started when I moved out, and it's 100% okay to have a good childhood. Like, I don't know why people need to hear that. It's okay to have a good childhood and make mistakes as an adult and start your story there. I've made millions of dollars just telling people I got evicted, because that was the God honest truth of what happened. You know, I always tell people I had a safety net. I could have moved home. I chose not to. So you make your bed, you lay in it. That was my story. But these little videos like exposing that I came from money, it's weird. It's very weird. Like, let's not clicking, Steven. Hope you guys like this overly long video. I'm super sorry I ran this late, but expect more business videos, travel vlogs, and not too much day in the life vlogs, because I am only doing videos with full hair and makeup. So it's like, now. But yeah, give this video a thumbs up.